I have on my computer, looks like I filmed August 6th of 2022, and it says react to when you weigh 263 pounds, which I do. So today's video, I'm going to be reacting to this video. I have no idea what I'm saying. I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on in this video, and I'm a little scared and a little nervous, but let's get into it and let's react to this video. Hey, so you are not seeing this until you have lost 50 pounds. So you will be £264. So I just want to say to you, congratulations. You made it 50 pounds down, okay? But I know you. I mean, who else knows you better than me? I know you. And I know that you get in your head too much and that you think that you don't deserve this, but let me just remind you that you do. You love yourself enough to have left that evil man and to make a better life for you and your children. You love yourself enough to continue to do this and to continue on this journey. So I want to remind you. So today we're going to take measurements and we're going to write them down. I'm going to tell you what your measurements are as of today. I know already you've forgotten because you're starting to feel good, aren't you? Yeah, go ahead and relish in that because you deserve it. You so deserve it. You are so amazing. You are so strong. You are so friggin' resilient. And you have gone through so much in this world and you have done it alone. And now it's time for you to open yourself up and let the world in. Let the world see your goodness. Let the world see how amazing you are. What a kick-ass person you are, because you are so badass. You so are. And you don't give yourself enough credit. But I'm getting emotional here. I want to remind you what it's like being 300 and I'm currently 314. But what it was like, what it's like currently, and then also what it was like at 331, which was your starting weight. So if you remember, it was hard to even shower. It was literally like a workout to get up out of bed. You could not roll in the bed, and you might still not be able to, but it's coming if you can't. But getting out of bed was such an ordeal. Getting in the shower, not being able to like reach in certain places that well. You couldn't clean your house at all if you had anything to do that required bending. So no loading or unloading the dishwasher, no cleaning the stainless steel that was below anything where you had to bend down. You could wipe counters, and that was pretty much about it. You could wipe counters and you could vacuum, and that's pretty much all you could do. So don't forget that, because you didn't do it, who else did it? And you know you felt like a burden. You remember you felt like a burden, so don't. You couldn't sit on the floor too well, could you? It was very uncomfortable, and it was really hard to get up, wasn't it? Yeah, don't forget that. You also couldn't do burpees. You couldn't do any ab exercises. You know those ab exercises where you lift your leg up like this? You can probably do them now. I know you can do them now. I know you can do burpees, and you're probably doing them. It's physically impossible for you to do them at this weight. I mean, I want you to remember what it was like, because it was hard. It was hard being at this point where you never thought that you would be at this point, where you can't even get on your back to get on the floor because it's so painful and you physically cannot lift your legs up. And to do crunches is so incredibly painful for your back, so you don't even bother. Remember that it was just a workout just to make this bed of yours. Like literally your watch would pick up minutes that you were making your bed because it was literally a workout. Putting on your shoes was near impossible. Remember how you always had to have your leg up and, you know, remember that? Don't forget that, because that was embarrassing as hell. Do you remember that time you went to the mall with your friend and you were trying on shoes because you needed to get a new pair of sneakers. And it was so embarrassing you were sweating so hard, and you had to put your leg up, and it was so embarrassing because you physically could not bend down to put your shoes on. Don't forget that. Do not forget that. Do not forget that it was physically impossible for your leg to stay up on your leg crossed because your stomach was so big. Don't forget that you also didn't have a lap. You might still not have much of a lap now, but remember, you really don't have any kind of lap right now because your stomach takes up pretty much your whole entire, like not your whole entire leg, but it takes up a really good bit of, a good bit of your leg. Remember that, I mean, it doesn't apply to you now, but remember when you were on your, before you had your hysterectomy, you physically could not put a tampon in. Like it was absolutely impossible. Don't forget that you can't really cross your arms in the back here. Like I can kind of now, but at 331, that was absolutely impossible. And remember, like touching your back, like you can, like, it is hard to do this right now. Like I'm pulling this arm right here and it hurts. Remember, because you're starting to get a little more flexible and it feels good, doesn't it? Don't forget that it was your reality right now. Like seriously, like trying to pull, it's hard to get those hands together. And that was just a workout. I'm literally out of breath from doing just that. Don't forget that. I couldn't sit in most booths. Do you remember that time that you were like, I want a booth, and you thought the table was going to move and then it didn't? Do you remember the fear that crept up and like how your stomach was literally on the table because you couldn't move the table? And you were too embarrassed to say, excuse me, can we move to a table instead? So you sat there so uncomfortable eating your food. Don't forget that. Don't forget that you don't take baths in your big, luxurious, wonderful, awesome bathtub because you can't really fit comfortably in it. Even though it's very wide and very big and it's a garden tub, it's still so uncomfortable to take baths. So remember that. You still might not want to take baths now. I totally understand, but it's coming where you're going to be able to. Don't forget that time you broke your expensive ass chair. Do you remember the feeling, how you felt? Your biggest fear of, remember having to check, always having to check, what is the weight limit on this chair? What is the weight limit on this? What is the weight limit on that slide? What is the weight limit on this? What is the weight limit on this? Oh, I'm not gonna be able to fit in that. Oh, I couldn't go down that slide. I'd get stuck. Don't forget that. Don't forget it. Don't forget how you felt that day you broke that chair. You were so embarrassed you didn't even share. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and share that with the world. Let's go ahead and share how you felt that day. Let's go ahead and insert that footage. So I do have that somewhere. I'm gonna have to find it. But yeah, I used to have, if you guys remember, it was a silver, and then the top was glass, my table, and then I had navy blue chairs. And the chairs were acrylic legs, and they always really looked like, they always really genuinely scared me because I was like, these stools also used to always scare me. Like I never liked to sit in these chairs, and I do all the time now. But yeah, I broke that chair, and I felt so, like the leg just broke. And I'm gonna find that footage right now. All right, here we go. Weight loss, August 3rd, Wednesday. So I have a weigh-in tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie, I have been busting my butt off this whole, like, I've been busting my ass, like, seriously this whole time. I had slip-ups for 2 weekends in a row. I haven't had a weight loss in like 2-3 weeks. And today is some some things that would never happen to someone. Well, this one, I'm not going to say never because that's not, okay. Some pretty embarrassing things happened today, and there was 2 of them. And I was already feeling crappy from the first one. And I was saying some really mean things to myself, and I caught myself, which I'm really proud of. And I was like, you know, don't talk to yourself that way. This does not, like, what just happened does not excuse you or give you permission to talk horrible about yourself. Like, you've been working really hard and you're going to get the weight off, but it's going to take time. So that first event, what it was that happened was I had gotten into these jeans that I have not worn. And if you guys don't know, I've been having issues with getting into jeans and fitting jeans ever since gaining weight. And truth be told, ever since being over 300 pounds. So I was ecstatic yesterday when I was filming this video, and I just randomly was like, oh, let me go ahead and try on these jeans because I want to create these different little outfits and I think it'll be super cute. And these are the jeans that I have in mind. And if they don't fit, then I'll figure something out. But I really do think they're going to fit. So I am able to button them and zip them, and I'm like squealing and I'm like, non-scale victory. I haven't been able to wear these all year or since the beginning of this year. And I was really, really, really excited. Today, I filmed another fashion type video. This is for Miss Green Eyes. So if you guys aren't subscribed over there, go subscribe. But I was filming another fashion video, and I wanted to wear the jeans again. I was like, let's like, I'm showing an outfit. I want to show it with these jeans. Like, they're just like the perfect jeans. And I popped the button. Like, make no mistakes, these jeans were not fitting. It was a non-scale victory that I was able to button and zip them. And I was really like, anytime like I had to bend down to put my shoes on, I unbuttoned them and I unzipped them because I already knew if I bent down, it was not going to be pretty. And I don't even know how the button popped off. I think I was taking them off and it just popped. And I'm like, these are my favorite jeans. I folded them up. I put the button in the pocket. Hopefully I can super glue it back or something. It was like a button that like literally pops on and off. And I tried to like do it without anything and it just popped right back off. So it's going to need something to stick to it. So I think I'm going to try some super glue. So that's fine. But I was doing some work and I was sitting at my dining room table and I was taking some pictures. So I'm gonna go see if I can actually find those jeans because I think I know which ones, I know which ones I'm talking about, and I don't think I do have them because they ended up ripping in the middle of the legs. But if we do, I'm gonna go, regardless, I'm gonna go try on some jeans and we're gonna see how they fit now that I've lost 66 pounds. So these are the jeans right here. I'm like, I knew I had to because these were my favorite jeans and it was such a non-scale victory just to get into these jeans. But as you can see, I did have to super glue that button. I don't know if you can really tell, but, and then this ended up happening as well. So I wasn't able to wear them anymore, but let's see. These are from Shein, size 4X. Let's see how they look on me now. Remember, I just said that these were not able to fit at all. So let's see what they feel like now. Wow. Oh my gosh. Y'all see that? It's crazy they actually still fit. That's just the stretchiness, but wow. Obviously, like right here, they're so big. And I remember, like, again, these were my favorite jeans. And that's so cool. That's so freaking cool. Okay, let's get back to this reaction video. And the chair breaks. Now you hear about this a lot with overweight people or obese people where, you know, their fear, like one of their biggest fears is like sitting down and the chair breaking. Well, first of all, I have to say, if it's gonna happen, I would much rather it happen at home than it be in a place, because that would have been incredibly embarrassing. I mean, I'm sitting here telling thousands of people, so I mean, it's still really embarrassing. But I broke my expensive ass chair. So I'm happy about that. I'm bummed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm bummed. I'm embarrassed. I'm mad. I'm angry. Do you realize that one day these jeans, I'm gonna be able to fit my entire body in one leg? Do you realize that? Stay tuned for that. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do, because that will be coming. I don't know when, but one day it will be coming. Broke your expensive ass chair because you weighed too much. Remember how hard it was to get in and out of that pool that you loved going to this summer of 2022. Love having a pool in your neighborhood, love going down there, hated every single time you had to get in and out of that pool because it was so, the step was so high, it was so hard for you to step up, it was so hard for you to step down, it was painful, it was embarrassing, it was hard. Don't forget that. Don't forget that your stomach had tan lines. Like your stomach literally had a tan line on your legs. And everyone and you could see it. It wasn't, you couldn't hide. So remember that you actually didn't want to go to the pool as much as you normally do because you didn't want to get that tan, because you didn't want that to really poke out. And that space on your legs to basically become like super white, where it was like a very like, and everyone would notice it. I noticed. I feel like other people noticed too, but you know, your stomach literally had a tan line on your legs. Remember that your tan lines are like super weird. Like under here, it won't get tan. Right here, your neck doesn't get tan. None of that stuff. None of that stuff gets tan. Like there's so many different weird little tan lines that you've never experienced before. Remember that you can't fit chairs with arms. Remember taking your kids to the doctor's appointment, you had to wait for 2 hours and you had to sit in that chair, how uncomfortable it was, how you couldn't even like sit in a way to where your arms can rest on the armrest. Don't forget that. Don't forget that most of those chairs, walking into those doctor's offices, when you see those chairs with the arms, how it was like, remember that time that you were working and your chair had arms and you literally like had bruises on the side of your legs because you had to sit in those chairs for 8 hours, 5 days a week? Don't forget that, Jill. Don't forget it. Don't forget that you can't lay down on a pillow without having to lay with a stuffed animal to raise your head, because your pillow is down here and you, because your shoulder and like everything else is like up here, you like physically cannot bend down, or like it's not comfortable for you, so you have to like lay on the board, the baseboard. Is that called a baseboard? That's not a baseboard. The headboard. You have to lay on the headboard with an animal, like a stuffed animal. Don't forget that. You probably still sleep with that stuffed animal because you love it, but eventually you won't have to. I mean, it's like literally a necessity right now. That's the only way you can fall asleep. Remember that you can't do a quad stretch at all. You can't bring your arm to reach your foot to pull it up, or your ankle to pull it up to stretch it. Let's do it real quick. I remember the first time I was able to do this, it was very exciting. So yeah, that feels really good, by the way. And it also used to be really hard to, as I'm saying it used to be really hard to balance. And I know as I continue to lose weight, my balance is going to get better and better and better. But I couldn't stand on one. You really think I could stand on one leg? You're right. This one's always the tricky one. I don't know. I haven't done this in a minute, so we'll see. I'm always like, I don't know why this one's tricky, but I eventually get it. So yeah, and I can even do, like, go back and do this. So, oh, I can also touch my toes, which I couldn't do in that video. Also, I can, you know, I was talking about I had to sit a certain way to put my shoes on. Now I can literally stand, like I can put my socks on, I can put my shoes on, and it's pretty cool. Remember that you're breathing hard all the time. Remember that when you're filming yourself, you can hear yourself breathing all the time. Makes me wonder how many other people hear me breathe that loud too. My stomach literally touches my legs. Like right now, as I'm sitting, my stomach is on my legs. Like it's become so much a part of me that I don't even realize it until I start to think about all of the things of how it's like to live in a 331-pound body. My knees hurt pretty much every single time I walk down those stairs, and sometimes when I walk up them too. Do not forget what it was like living in a 331-pound body. Nobody looked at you. You were literally invisible. You just became invisible. And some of that may be due to your self-confidence. The world will have you believe that. But you know deep down what it was. You know deep down that society treats morbidly obese people differently. And you may be being treated differently, or you may still feel invisible. Being 260, what are you? 264 pounds. But I will tell you this, it's gonna get better, and don't allow that to make your heart bitter. Don't be bitter over that. I know it's hard, and I know you might have wanted to give up 100 times by now, but you're watching this video, and if you guys at home are watching this video, that means I'm there and I've done it and I've lost the 50 pounds. But talking to myself and talking to anyone who may be struggling, it is hard being overweight. And it is hard losing weight. So at this point, you need to choose your heart. And Jill, you need to continue to choose weight loss over everything every single time. Because you don't ever need to end up over here. Kids literally need, if I'm doing a try on and I want to wear some cute shoes that are around the ankle, they need to put them on for me. How embarrassing is that? How embarrassing is that? And I know at 269 you probably still have issues and you probably still need help, but not like you did at 331. 331, you physically could not put on shoes without lifting your leg up, and forget about the ankle shoes. The around the ankle, yeah, Control 100% had to help you, especially if you were wearing anything tight that wouldn't allow you to bend down. Don't forget this. Don't forget it. Now go and do your walking and remember what it's like with 50 more pounds on your body, and come back and tell the world the difference. I love you. And I always will, and you're worth it, and you deserve this. So don't ever think that you don't. Okay, so I actually have a video where I did just that last year. I filled a backpack. I filled several backpacks with 50 pounds of books and things, and I went on a mile walk, and it was intense. But I'm gonna share that video. I will share that video. If you haven't seen it, go down in the description box. I will share it there. I have another video, and I'm interested to see what it says. It's only a minute long, so we'll see. But I do want to show you, I'm also standing, so you see my full body. So we're gonna do that last, but I'm gonna see what this video says, and if it's not anything interesting, I just won't share it. Just because I would like to see, because I hear people tell me all the time that I don't have a neck, which thank you, lovely people of the internet, for being so kind and so wonderful to people who obviously have problems with food. And if you've lived my life, you'd have a problem with something, whether it's food, alcohol, or drugs, I'm telling you. Like, I can almost guarantee you. 16 inches is your neck. Let's go see how it is now. Man, I really wish I would have thought to do this when I was 331 pounds. That would have been cool, but what did I say, 16? Can y'all see that? I can't see it. 14? So it's, I mean, it hasn't gone down much. Let's see. Yeah, 14 inches. So 2 inches, 50 pounds. Because here I wasn't 331 yet. I don't even know how to do that myself. Oh, that's interesting. $52. Your inches are, your shoulders are 52 inches. 49 and a half. Okay, so that was cool. Okay, Jilly, you are 300. I think the most important thing that we're gonna do here is the stomach, because as you can see, you are always looking pregnant, like always. There is never a day that you don't look pregnant. No matter what it is that you wear, you look pregnant, and you know it. So I think we're gonna do the biggest thing that, oh, also don't forget that your arches be killing you. Like, your arches are dying all the time. Your feet hurt all the time, your ankles. Don't forget that either. But we're just gonna go ahead and take the measurements of your stomach, your hips, and then a leg, because those are the things that really get in the way as to why you can't, like this is the farthest. Can you see? Without me having to like strain even more and like have to hold my breath. Yeah, of course my hair just fell down, it's whatever. Okay, so stomach is currently, and you can't even see, you can't see down there like at all. Your stomach is 52 inches right now. 52 inches. Your waist up here is 48. Now you're very pregnant, but you're not. You've been pregnant for like the past 5 years. Holy shit, Jill, you can't even measure your hips because this goes to 60. Well, let's just say this. I'm trying to get my lower stomach in there too. And with my lower stomach, that's where we're at. Right around the butt and the stomach. So you are, let's just say, well, we can touch these. So you are 60 inches around the belly and the hips. If we bring it up a little bit more, the hips actually are, you might be about 59, but yeah, 60 inches. So 52, 60. This is why I don't do this, by the way. For all of you that wonder, why don't you measure? Why don't you measure? Measure your inches, blah, blah, blah. Because it makes me feel like shit. This makes me feel like shit more than the scale does. So that's why I don't do it. But I'm doing it for future, Jill, because I need this. I need you, Jill, to be able to put yourself back in a 52-inch stomach and a 60-inch waist or hip, and whatever your thigh is up here, and you need to go do what I said. You need this. You need it because you might be running low on steam, but watching this back, you're gonna be like, oh hell no, I'm not getting back there again. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. So see, this is another thing. I can't even reach. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. But my thigh is 34 inches. My thigh is as big as most people's hips are. Not even most people. But like a thin woman, I guess. My thigh. Go put yourself back in these dimensions and go run some errands. Don't do this again. Don't ever do this to yourself. Just a reminder, again, of what we're looking like. Your calves. I want to measure the calves because your calves are massive. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm giving you tough love right now because you need this. You need to remember what this feels like. Because this is the most loneliest feeling. 21 inches is your calf. 21 inches. Don't ever get back here again. Don't ever get back here again. Okay, so my stomach was 52 inches, and this is where I used to be. This is how much I have lost. Wow. That's insane. And then you guys saw I could barely put this together. So these were like right here. So this right here is how much I have lost from there. I really, really, really wish I would have done this when I was 331 pounds. What was I here? 314. So I had lost, I don't know, almost 20 pounds. Wow. That's crazy to see. 60 inches. $53 for the stomach. This used to be me, and I was actually bigger than this. Let me do it like this. That is insane. Oh my gosh. I'm like, how did I even see my fit? Like, how? How was my stomach out that far? Whoa. Wow. Wow. All I have to say is I'm so glad that I filmed this. I will be doing this again. I have different videos that I filmed for different increments of weight loss. So you will be seeing this again. Maybe the end of this year, maybe the beginning of next year, sometime next year. I don't know, but this was such a fun video to make. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I actually have a video where I did, and I was 331 pounds. So if you guys want to see me react to that video, let me know in the comments down below. If you made it to the end of this video, leave me a butterfly emoji if you guys are new here. Make sure you subscribe because I am showing you guys how I am getting the weight off and keeping it off as well, because This journey is never gonna end. It's never gonna end. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.